In almost all the research that I've looked at, energy is a self-reported measure unless it's to do with things like nutrition, burning calories and the energy associated with that. So there's that side of it, but I'm not really talking about that. I'm talking more about your own energy. See, it's talked about as vigor or vitality, but just that feeling of energy. More often than not, if you look into the research on energy, what you actually find is a lot of things about fatigue, about energy depletion, and we're all too familiar with that, right? Unfortunately. So we can have different types of energy. We can have physiological, so that's kind of how our body is, how it's responding. We can have psychological, all about that mental energy. We can have emotional energy. We all know that feeling of it being depleted. And when we're able to actually be very resilient and cope with big emotional things. And social energy. I mean, when I say we have social energy, the royal we, that's the one where I'm not sure I'm ever going to have an awful lot of energy. Maybe one day, maybe if we continue these deep dives forever, we can figure out a way to find me some social energy. But the interesting thing about energy is that the way we think about it, certainly for me, the way I think about it, and like I said, this is backed up by a lot of what I was reading across the different research papers, is that we know it better by the lack of it. We understand it better when we think about what it is to not have energy.